All right, so we're going to continue working with simple interest. Questions 4 and 5 here are very similar, different values essentially. Question 4 says Nancy placed $2,400 in the bank for 5 years. She makes $9.20 in interest each month. Find the annual interest rate. So this problem is having us find the rate. So ultimately, we're trying to find the percent. So think of this, right? I equals PRT. That's my formula. So we need to fill in the I, the P, and the T so that we can find the rate. Okay? So it says she placed $2,400 in the bank for 5 years. There's my principal, there's my time. Okay? She makes $9.20 in interest each month. So here we are talking about interest, but it's each month. So I got to figure out how much interest is this really? So I'm going to do a little work over here off to the side. If it's 5 years and there are 12 months in a year, if I multiply that, that is 60 months. Okay? So that means she is making $9.20 a month for 60 months. So if I multiply that, that means she makes $552 in interest. Okay, I took the years, figured out how many months it was. She makes $9.20 each month. If it was 60 months, that's how much interest. So now, if I come back over to my formula, $552 in interest, because my principal was $2,400, times R, which I don't know, times my time, which is 5 years. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is over on the right hand side, take your 2,400 times 5. So 12,000. Okay, and there's still that letter R. If you still want it in parentheses, you can keep it in parentheses, that's fine. But what you need to know is, or remember is, okay, I'm trying to find my rate. I need to divide this, and I need to divide by my 12,000 on both sides. Okay, that's how I'm going to get R by itself. 552 divided by 12,000 gives me an answer of 0.046. That's my rate. And you might be thinking, why is this such a tiny decimal? But remember, a rate is a percentage. And so, yes, it's a decimal now, but I'm going to slide this backwards 2 places so that I can say, hey, this is 4.6%. And that percentage is going to be my final answer. That's my rate. So when you solve this, you're going to get a decimal. Think about the fact that in the equation, my decimals are my percentage. We want to actually change it back into a percentage. So in this case, it was 4.6. I'm going to follow the exact same steps on number 5. If you want to do them first, pause the video. Dave put $500 in the bank for 2 years. He gets $1.25 in interest each month. Find the annual interest rate. So first thing I'm going to do, off to the side, I'm going to say, okay, 2 years, 12 months in a year, that's 24 months. So $1.25 every month for 24 months, right? So $1.25 times 24, he is getting the $30 in interest. So then I'm going to set up my equation. $30 in interest, $500 principal, R for rate, and 2 years for time. Okay, so that means my $30, 500 times 2 is 1,000. Okay, we are going to divide both sides here by 1,000. right? Thousands are gone. When I divide 30 divided by 1,000, I get a 0.03. That's my rate. Again, think about, okay, well, I got to slide that decimal back 2 places. That means I actually have a 3% interest rate. And again, I'm just sort of going to box it to make it clear. That's my final answer. Okay. And so let's look at one more type of example. Like before, 6 and 7 are going to be super similar to each other. So if I look at number 6, Mr. Webster borrowed $1,280 to buy a swimming pool. He will pay $57.60 each month for the next 24 months. Find the simple interest rate for his loan. So this is very similar to what we just did, except instead of this being interest that they're going to be getting, we're talking about them paying it. So I still need to figure out how much interest we're dealing with. So I'm going to follow very much the similar steps here. If he pays $57.60 each month for 24 months, this time they gave me the month, so $57.60 times the 24 months, that's $1,382.40. Okay, this is what they pay. Okay, so I'm going to put that. That's what he pays. But look at what he borrowed, $1,280. See how my number here is higher? That's because we paid interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take how much did we pay, and I'm going to subtract how much we borrowed. So the $1,382.40 minus the $1,280 gives me $102.40, and this is my interest. Okay. So because we're paying a loan, when we pay money each month and that adds up, that's going to give us paying more than we borrowed. That difference is going to be the interest. Okay. One thing to take note of, and we'll need sort of just a little piece, I'll just do it this way. We do have 24 months. If I divide that by 12, this is for 2 years. Okay, so since I'm about to go into the formula, remember we are going to need that years. So in my formula, $102.40 of interest. The principal is the amount you borrowed, $1,280, times the rate that we don't know, times the time, which was 2 years. At this point, now your steps are identical. So the $102.40, 1,280 times 2 is going to be 2,560. Okay. We're going to need to divide both sides here. And again, divide by the 2,560 because we're trying to get R by itself. And ultimately, if I take the $102.40, divide by 2,560, I get 0.04. Once again, we're ultimately getting a percent, so move it back 4 places and we get an answer of 4%. And if you want to box it, circle it if that makes it clear to you, but ultimately that 4% is my final answer. Okay, sevens is going to work the same way. Pause if you want to do it first. Mr. Gable borrowed $1,860 to buy a new computer. He will pay $73.30 per month for 30 months. Find the simple interest rate. So $71.30 a month for 30 months. that gives me $2,139 that he pays. So if it's $2,139 that he pays, I'm going to subtract the $1,860 that he borrowed, and that gives me $279 in interest. If you also want to jot down, we're going to need to take the 30 months. We're going to have to divide that by 12 months in a year. And this one is 2.5 years. Okay, just to be clear. So that's going to need to go into our formula. So when I put things in, it's $279 in interest, $1,860 times R times 2.5 years. So $279. 1,860 times 2.5 is 4,650. And so let's divide both sides. When we divide, we're going to divide with that 4,650. And when we do that, 0.06 is R, so 6%. And I'll just box it to make them all the same. Okay.